I'm back for another first in, first out review. I bought, back in 2000, 17 years ago, I bought this old snapper case of One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson. And of course, this is another one I've seen numerous times, but it has sat on my shelf for a very, very long time. And it shouldn't have, because it is one of the greatest films ever made. I think some Film Society has it as one of the top 33 out of 100 films ever made. And of course, it's the second film to ever win like 5 Academy Awards. Best film, best actor, best actress, you name it. The interesting backstory to this is that Kirk Douglas owned the rights to this film and had a hard time getting it made. And he eventually got his son Michael, gave the rights to his son Michael, and Michael eventually did get it made. But at that point, Kirk Douglas was 60 and he couldn't play McMurphy. I don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate for us. I think Kirk Douglas is a fantastic actor, but Jack Nicholson is no slouch, and this is one of the greatest film roles he ever had on screen. I mean, he's just fantastic in this as McMurphy. Basically, if you don't know what the film's about, McMurphy is in prison in a work camp, and he managed to get out of the work camp by acting crazy. So they stick him in an asylum. And the asylum, I believe, it was shot in Oregon at a real asylum. And it turns out, of course, that the asylum is run by nuttier people than the people that are in the asylum. Most of the people in the asylum were self-committed. They don't have to be there, which is the sad irony that Jack Nicholson finds out later in the film, is that most of the people that he's cohabitating with at this insane asylum really don't have to be there. They haven't been involuntarily committed. They're at their own volition. Louise Fletcher plays just a nasty Miss Ratchet. And actually, looking at the name, I don't know, from a language standpoint, the term ratchet is a term I grew up with as a kid. Like, people are acting ratchety, or you're just ratchet. People used to talk like that. And I wonder whether the term ratchet came from how nasty a woman this nurse was, Nurse Ratchet. Just an evil, evil, cold, heartless bitch. And Louise Fletcher did a great job of portraying that. The movie's just chock full of stars in their early role or debut role. You've got Danny DeVito in this thing, who was apparently a friend of Kirk Douglas. You got Brad Dourif in this, in one of his early roles. You even got Michael Berryman, who has a bit role, a few bits of screen time. He's in this. Will Sampson, the big Indian from Poltergeist 2, is in this. It's just a fantastic film, and I highly recommend it. I think there's another release out that has a double disc DVD. There's a Blu-ray out on it and things like that. So if you ever get a chance to pick this up, I'd highly recommend it. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 movie. Like I say, this old snapper case, this is old. But the picture was fine. It was okay. There's just no special features on this. I would love to see a full-blown release from Criterion with special features and things like that. I think the film justifiably deserves it. One of the greatest films of all time and one of the greatest acting portrayals of all time, McMurphy. Realizing that life on the inside is run by the crazier people than the inmates. So there you go. One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest. Wonderful film. Check it out if you get an opportunity. Thanks for watching.